In this video, we are going to talk about the truth of Disney rehiring Johnny Depp. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard met as co-stars on the set of a film in 2009, before the orders of protection, before the divorce, and even before the marriage. According to Entertainment Tonight, Depp and Heard initially met in October 2009 while filming The Rum Diary, where they were cast as each other's lovers in the Hunter S. Thompson novel adaptation. In the year 2012, the couple began dating. After ending his long-term romance with Vanessa Paradis, the two kept their relationship covert and made their first public appearance as a couple in 2014 at the 7th Annual Paradise Gala. Later, when they were allegedly engaged, the pleasure and love would be short-lived. However, problems reportedly began to plague the couple's relationship almost as soon as they married. Depp allegedly got into an altercation with Heard in March 2015 and then proceeded to damage bottles, windows, and other property around the residence. During the incident, Depp allegedly chopped off a chunk of one of his fingers, instead of obtaining medical assistance for his finger right away. Depp allegedly dipped the stump in paint and used it to write Billy Bob and Easy Amber on a mirror, alluding to Depp's allegations that she cheated on him with her London Fields co-star Billy Bob Thornton. In May of that year, local authorities in Australia discovered that the couple had unlawfully brought the Yorkshire Terriers to the country by failing to subject the canines to Australia's 10-day quarantine period. The pair might have faced a 10-year prison sentence, but instead were just required to apologize in an infamous video in which they clumsily grovel for violating the country's biosecurity codes by failing to declare the dogs in 2016. While the divorce and legal proceedings were underway, the pair continued to face allegations of domestic violence and legal issues in Australia. Hearing filed for divorce on May 23, 2016. Barely 15 months after the pair exchanged married on Depp's private island in the Bahamas. And it felt like nothing. Heard cited irreconcilable differences when she filed for divorce, according to Vanity Fair. Meanwhile, Heard filed a temporary restraining order against Depp, claiming that Depp has harmed her. Heard photo showing multiple bruises on her face, which he claimed were caused by her husband, and they said Petition that left a judge ordering Depp to stay at least 100 yards away from her, and that he should have no contact with her estranged wife. Heard later on received a divorce settlement of $7 million and donated it to the American Civil Liberties Union and the Children's Hospital. Everything was quiet on the death Heard front until December 2018, when the Washington Post published an op-ed by Heard titled, "I Stood Up Against Sexual Abuse and Confronted Our Culture's Wrath That Needs to Change." Despite the fact that Heard never specifically mentioned Depp or any specific instances of domestic abuse at his hands, when she stated death threats and the blow to her career as a result of the divorce and charges, many thought she was referring to her ex-husband. In March 2019, Johnny Depp filed a defamation suit against the Washington Post, claiming that the claims in the op-ed were categorically false. His legal team also filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife, claiming that the claims in the op-ed were categorically false. According to the lawsuit, Heard was the aggressor in the relationship and had abused Depp, according to a blast that occurred in April of this year. According to Adam Waldman, Johnny Depp's attorney, they have many eyewitness statements, as well as video and photographic evidence, that suggest Heard was lying about her injuries. Furthermore, he believed that Disney pulled him from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise in the aftermath of Heard's op-ed, which his attorneys believed was written in an attempt to garner positive attention from his Heard and improve her career. The Depp legal team also speculated that the op-ed was produced with a secret objective in mind, such as promoting Heard's failed Aquaman, which was released just 3 days after the piece was published. Heard dismisses the charge, claiming that Depp was violent several times during their relationship. Details of the motions were technically examples of Depp's abuse of her, whom she referred to as the monster when he acted in this manner. On May 20, 2019, a month later, Depp and his legal team filed an objection to Heard's application, claiming that her father made up the charges against her ex-husband and that the allegations were false. She had gone to court with bruises that had been painted on. Depp, on the other hand, claimed that he had been abused by wounded during the relationship. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, after both sides filed papers on July 2019, and Depp's legal team said that it would subpoena James Franco after he was seen in a 2016 security footage alongside Heard after she allegedly got into a fight with Depp, it has only grown more far-reaching. Franco allegedly shared an apartment building with Depp and was present at the time of the event. Franco has submitted a request for a secret deposition in place of giving testimony if the case proceeds to trial. The matter became much more complicated in early 2020 when audio from the couple's 2015 therapy session was published online. Both can be heard confessing their anger issues throughout the audio, before agreeing to put a halt to the physical violence before things got out of hand. It centered around Heard's alleged confession to striking Depp during their relationship, which was noteworthy. Ms. Heard continues to clog up this court with pointless motions that violate the Virginia Supreme Court's guidelines. However, as the case heads to trial later this year, Mr. Depp respectfully requested that the court deny Ms. Heard's latest motion to prevent the defendant from digging for more details, claiming that the defendant's motion is an inexcusable abuse of the discovery process and is based on false representations to the court. The debate continues, and Depp has been left out of some prominent film parts. However, thanks to a video game, that drought may suddenly be gone. Despite the fact that the Caribbean franchise hasn't had the best of years in recent years, the popularity of pirate video games and media continues to grow, which brings us to Sea of Thieves. This game came out a few years ago, and for a special news story, they chose to put Pirates of the Caribbean into the mix, a Disney production series, and Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation claim is still alive, as Amber's dismissal request was granted. Nonetheless, Depp's two most important duties were eliminated as a result of the libel lawsuit verdict. Over 500,000 people signed a petition asking for Jack Sparrow to return to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise in his iconic role, as well as Gellert Grindelwald and Warner Brothers. Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Walt Disney Studios appeared to be at a fork in the road. They could either listen to movie fans who have been loyal to their favorite swashbuckling Black Pearl captain for nearly 20 years, or they could attempt a reboot that would flounder the franchise without the character on which they still rely for success. Since it takes two to have an argument, Disney was biased and prejudiced, and Amber Heard is certainly not innocent, as she has admitted to her violent temperament. Everything was discovered to be a publicity stunt. Despite his personal life's drama, Mr. Depp's acting and film career should not be tarnished by this court's decision. Disney should set that aside because the general audience believes Johnny Depp is the encyclopedia behind the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Without him, I'd be lost. Pirates might as well retire. And why did they let the nefarious liar Amber to ruin his life? As the public described it, the impression isn't the same without him. Johnny Depp was officially rehired as Jack Sparrow after Disney apologized to him. How do you feel now that you have information and evidence against Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard, and Disney has rehired the most famous pirate and Caribbean star? What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.